Have you ever been so excited for something, maybe for something like a blind date or something like that, and there's all of this build up, all of this anticipation heading into it, and then you get to the restaurant or wherever it is that you're going to, and it just totally falls flat. It's just a complete dud. Welcome to the Washington Capitals season opener. So this game, it really got off to a rocky start for the Capitals, like before the puck had even dropped. As starting goaltender, Darcy Kemper, his wife had gone into labor and had their baby. So congratulations to the Kempers, first of all. But secondly, seriously, Mrs. Kemper, like you couldn't hold on to it for like one more day. Come on. So Darcy Kemper out of the lineup, backup goaltender Charlie Lindgren, he's in for this one. And the story of this game for the Caps was basically what I titled this video with, honestly. Rust. That was the theme of the day for the Washington Capitals. There were some power plays, two power play goals in the game for the Pittsburgh Penguins, but that's, par for the course. We have seen that movie many times before. And there were some, some bounces, most of them, if not all of them, very penguin friendly. But, again, that also falls under the same category of par for the course, as that seems to, for some reason, always be the case whenever these two teams face off against each other, is that the Caps always seem to get kind of the shit end of the stick, if you will, luck-wise, bounces-wise. But mostly, like I said, the story of the night was rust for the Caps, which was to be expected, honestly, as the Caps have a rather silly schedule to start the season off. They're one of the last teams to actually play a game here. Lots of teams, had already played two full games already before the Caps even got the chance to drop the puck on their own season. And they have been off for a full week as well, in between the preseason up until now, the regular season opener. So like I said, the rest was to be expected, and they executed about as effectively as a metal bicycle that's been left out in the rain for 2 years. So that is to say they were very rusty. And, there wasn't a lot that was smooth about this game for the Caps. The Caps did start out really quite well, actually. They got off to a good start in the game. Really, for the whole first period, they had a lot of the run of the play. They were controlling the puck really well, kind of running all over the Penguins, to be honest. They were dominant in that first period were the Capitals. They generated a ton of chances for themselves. They just couldn't capitalize on any of them. The puck was not going in the net on this night for the Capitals. And then, like I said, rust, bounces. The scoring on this night got started off when a puck kind of rolled off of the stick of Alex Ovechkin. You don't see that too often. Strange play. It just kind of slid off the end of his stick. It looked like it took a funny bounce there. And then three Capitals defenders are caught as the puck gets kept in the zone by the Penguins. And three Capitals defenders are caught just totally out of position. First night of the regular season, right? It's kind of to be expected, but they were totally out of position on that one. I believe it was John Carlson, Rasmus Sandin, and Nicklas Backstrom, I think. So, Nicklas Backstrom, especially, like those are, two anyway. Sandin's younger, but a couple of veteran players that Nicklas Backstrom, certainly, like he is almost never caught out of position like that. Very defensively responsible. So kind of just, it was one of those nights, like I said, first night of the regular season, lots of rust. And anyways, that left Evgeny Malkin wide open in front, and he would score past Charlie Lindgren for the first goal of the game, 1-0 Penguins. Then the Penguins got a couple of back-to-back power play goals, courtesy of Sidney Crosby. If memory serves, I can't remember if it was if it was the second goal of the game or the third goal of the game, but one of them took a really funny bounce and kind of bounced right to Crosby wide open in front of the net with pretty much a wide open net. And then he actually kind of messed up the shot, and he shot it off of, I think it went off of two Capitals defenders in front before bouncing into the net. So like I said, it's kind of just how the night was going for the Caps. So two, like I said, back-to-back power play goals for the Penguins. That made it 3-0. The Penguins would add another goal kind of in garbage time at the end of the game with about 3 minutes left. Riley Smith passed Charlie Lindgren, and that would give you the final score of 4-0. So the Capitals, like I said, wildly rusty in this one, and they are shut out in their home opener for the first time in franchise history. I did see as well, it's actually the first time that they have been shut out, period, in their first game of a season in franchise history, whether that's at home or on the road. So not great, right? Not great. But all of that rust aside, I did like what I saw, certainly effort-wise, like from a compete level standpoint. There were a number of guys that made a number of really good individual plays. Connor McMichael, for one, he looked unbelievable out there. He was showcasing his skill all night long, including an insane 1-on-4 rush into the Penguin zone where he made something out of nothing, essentially. But ultimately ringing it off of the crossbar, though. Like I said, that was kind of just how the night was going for the Caps. But you certainly love to see that from the kid. You love to see that confidence. You love to see that skill, obviously. And then the highlight of the night, for me at least, definitely for me, was Alex Ovechkin absolutely, and I mean completely, blowing up new Penguins defenseman Erik Karlsson at center ice. Like, this was if you haven't seen it, you need to check the highlights on this one. What a hit. Like, just a huge, clean, open ice hit. You could feel the building shake on that one. It was an amazing hit. So that was the highlight of the night for me. It was pretty much the only highlight of the night for the Washington Capitals, as, like I said, they didn't score any goals. But, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not in panic mode here. It's the first game of the season. Like I said, they looked extremely, extremely rusty. They did generate, however, a lot of chances for themselves, a lot of scoring chances. They had a lot of the run of the play until the game kind of started getting out of hand after those back-to-back power play goals by the Penguins. But like when the score was still in question, the Capitals had a lot of the run of the play. They had good puck possession. They were dancing around the Penguin zone. They were creating a lot. They just weren't actually getting the puck to find the back of the net. So, like I said, if you've played hockey, you know it's rust. They haven't played a game in 6 months. Expect those things to be cleaned up and falling in line as we move into some more games here. They will start converting on those chances as the games go along here, as they start getting their timing back. They're too skilled. These players are too skilled to not start converting some of those chances. So I do not expect them to be shut out every night. And, we can only get better from here. So, but yeah, the bottom line is, babes, the Caps in this one, like I said, they looked exactly like what they were, really. They looked like a hockey team that had not played a hockey game in 6 months. So here's hoping that it will be a more polished effort on Monday night. That will be against the Calgary Flames. And like I said, we can only go up from here. So it's all good. Expect things to get better. Until next time, babes, let's go Caps.